Welcome back to Good Morning Colorado. Right now, taking a live look from Alamosa. We've got some golden glow hues right now on our VR Wireless Weather Network camera. Your time right now is 6:42. Here to tell us about our Saturday forecast and what's coming up, Storm Tracker 13, Marty. Good morning, Marty.
Hey, good morning, Kurjan. That's a pretty shot. Good visibility, by the way. It's nice to be able to see some generally clear conditions with lack of haze that we've obviously had off and on for quite some time. It looks a little bit maybe hazy or a few clouds out there towards the east. That's seen from Ordway and Crowley County this morning. Still a little bit on the dark side right now. And comfortably cool. Temperatures are generally speaking in the 40s to lower 50s across most of eastern Colorado. Lyman's the exception at 39 right now. And then we have some 20s and 30s up across the mountains and mountain valleys, which really isn't unusual. Nights are pretty long now and the air is very dry, so it does get cool up there across the higher terrain. FUTURECAST picking up on a little bit of the cloud cover this morning, but on the whole showing a lot of sunshine through the middle of the day. Maybe a bit more cloud cover as we head into the late afternoon hours, primarily over near the mountains. So a lot like yesterday. Temperatures may not be quite as hot as they were yesterday. The records for Colorado Springs and Pueblo are 84 and 89 respectively. I think we'll get close, but I'm not sure we'll take them out again today. But most of eastern Colorado well into the 80s. The high country probably in the 60s and 70s, and will be breezy at times. Again, we have some red flag warnings up for this afternoon and evening from El Paso County, and then sliding off here towards the south and east along and north of the Arkansas River. Those will then expand to include everybody for tomorrow. And the reason for that is an approaching cold front, which you see no sign of here this evening, a FUTURECAST, which shows a mostly clear sky across the area. But after midnight, start to see a little bit of precipitation here approaching northwestern Colorado. That's the leading edge of that cooler air. And when you take the cold air and get it close to the warm air, that's when the wind starts to pick up. So we do expect that tomorrow is going to be quite windy. It also means that tonight will keep the atmosphere somewhat mixed up, so we're in for another pretty mild night. 40s to around 50 for most areas in eastern Colorado. We'll still get colder up across the mountains and mountain valleys with 20s and 30s, but for many of you, this is going to be a real mild night. There's a view off to the east now, getting some color as seen from up on top of Cheyenne Mountain from our wire nut camera. That's a real pretty shot actually this morning. And again, visibility looks pretty good, which is nice to be able to report. So we'll track that cold front, not the only one by the way this week. With fronts coming into the area, the wind will be a problem. As dry as we've been, we'll have some fire weather concerns, but on the whole, we're going to be cooler this next week.
Okay, good, because we've been doing a lot of record-breaking heat, but yeah.
yeah, well, it's going to come to an end eventually, and we start the process this week, I think.
Yeah.